Hey folks, Jim Fortin here, mindauthority.com. And the subject of this video is without a doubt one of the most powerful subjects and concepts when it comes to being more persuasive, more influential, building relationships, and creating instant likability just like that. In this video, we're going to start talking about, and I say start because I could shoot 20 videos on this subject. We're going to talk about unconscious rapport. Now, as you already know, I travel the country, I speak to thousands of people, and when I ask audiences, large audiences, I'll say, what's rapport? And I'll hear the same things that you're probably thinking now: trust, relationship building, understanding their needs and their wants, and etc., etc., etc. Well, I'll say, what's unconscious rapport? And the room goes silent when I ask that question. And I'll tell you what that is in just a moment. First, let's back up here. So then, okay, we'll go into it, and many people will say, well, rapport is, getting to know things about them. Like, I went to UT, or I went to Harvard, or I went to, Berkeley, or wherever. You went to Berkeley, therefore we have some commonality. Well, no, that's commonality. It's not rapport. Rapport is this. Rapport is when, and this will change, you're selling. I've had more students tell me that this concept here has closed more business for them than anything else. Rapport is this. Rapport is when you have unconsciously gotten into sync with the person that you're talking to. I'll say it again, and I say that a lot, by the way. I like that phrase. And again, I know that repetition is the mother of all learning. Rapport is when you have unconsciously gotten into sync with the person that you're talking to. Now, think back to the last time you went to a business dinner. You might have seen, you might have been at a table, 4 people at the table, they're all sitting up. One person sits back, and what happens? Everyone sits back because they're in unconscious rapport. What about for those of you that go to church? What happens when you hear this in church? You'll hear that or somebody sneezes, you'll start hearing it all over the church, and it goes off like popcorn because people are literally in trance. They're literally in rapport when they're in church. So rapport is this. Rapport is when you have unconsciously gotten into sync with the person that you're talking to. And I'm going to say this: you cannot effectively sell until you have unconscious rapport. And that's literally what that means is literally your unconscious mind is locked on the mine is locked onto yours, and we get into a rhythm. Think back to a selling situation you might have been in, and it just flowed. It was like a sweet spot. The entire conversation just flowed, ebbed and flowed, ebbed and flowed. Well, that's unconscious rapport, and you cannot sell until you establish that. So remember, rapport is not commonality. It's not you grew up in Dallas, I grew up in Dallas. That's commonality. It can lead to rapport, but rapport is, again, what? Rapport is when you have unconsciously gotten into sync with the person that you're talking to. So watch more of the videos here on either my blog, YouTube, or the Mind Authority Network site, and we'll talk about many ways that you can start creating unconscious rapport to start pulling people in right away. Okay, this is Jim Fortin, mindauthority.com. As I say in all of my videos, go below, leave comments about this particular video, come on back and watch more, and I'll catch you over on one of the other videos. Thanks again. Bye-bye.